Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today? I hope you're good. It is Thursday and it is absolutely pouring out of the heavens here today. So, today I am going to chat a little bit about speaking up for yourself and not being afraid to, to speak up for yourself, to let your voice be heard, to let your opinion be heard. And just to face that fear. I had a message from a friend last week who, after reading one of my posts, decided to go for a position at work, and it was after reading the post, and it got me thinking. And someone else had asked me about something too. And all too often, us ladies are afraid to speak up for ourselves, and I would have been that person many, many years ago. And I mean, obviously, it depends on the situation. If I feel something doesn't really warrant a response, or, it depends on the situation. So if it's a situation that, you're at work, you're in a meeting, you feel like you haven't said anything, or you want to say something and you're afraid to do it, literally the worst thing that can happen is someone will, disagree with you, or, if you're putting your self forward for promotion, like the worst that can happen is you don't get it, and you're never going to know unless you try. You have to step outside your comfort zone. You can, watch all the videos and read all the books in the friggin' planet, all the self-help, all the confidence, everything else. But if you're not taking action, or if you're not moving forward in some way, you're just going to stay in that place. So the way I would look at that is, so what if someone doesn't agree with me? Or so what if I put myself forward and I get a no? And like, often if I'm standing up for myself, I laugh because it's happened to me so many times. Because I have rosacea, like obviously my face is red a lot, and like here is red, so I can literally go red from here all the way up. And it can be embarrassing. I still do it. I don't care. If I have a point and I want to be heard, and I feel what I am saying is valid and important for me, and it's important for me to say it, just do it. If one of your kids came home from school, or came home from college and like had a problem, or was afraid to ask a question, you would literally encourage them to do the same thing. So do that same thing for yourself. Don't be afraid to stand in your power, to let your voice be heard, because if you're in a room of 20 people or 30 people, imagine that there's someone else in that room who might feel the same or have the same opinion and also be afraid. But you might be that person to put your hand up, and they will be thankful that you were that person. So just, I suppose, change your perspective on it. What's the worst that can happen? And once you think of the worst, which I know sounds contradictory in terms of, once you think of the worst that can happen, you take some of that power away, because there's no what's that word? I can't think of it. You're taking the illusion away of what can happen. So the next time that you're in a situation at work or in your business, or reaching out to a client, or whatever the case may be, ask. You don't ask, you don't use your voice, you don't get heard. And what's going to happen is you're just going to come home, you're going to be pissed off with yourself. So speak up for yourself more often.